routine, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Cal's offense will have the first possession of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to play for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and you want to slow him down. Make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Jaron Keave-Songa-Boateng. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Enough to move the chains. He's loose down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Cal. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Bringing it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Makes the grab down the middle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Throwing, Imaliava. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. A run inside. It's Mobley. All over him immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's Imaliava. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to put out throughout the football game.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame explosive explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Play fake. Nico Iamaleava makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Jay Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got on top. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Play fake, Iamaleava. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The roar on the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Songa Boateng. Out wide right, it's Brown. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Songa Boateng. Oh, pressure's coming. Just got rid of that one.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second and long here. He's looking to pass. Right side, it's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one man coverage, and you can see how everybody was in press. When you press receivers, you disrupt their time and get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Takes the handoff. It's Mobley. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Iamaleava on the play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking for the goal line. Great
cushion in coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Gets it into the end zone. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of a great field position.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sangapolatelli on the play action. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Left side is Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Sangapolatelli from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on that. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense decides and stands on the result of the play. And the Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage. It really sets up this offense nicely. Iamaleava. He's going for the big play. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Mobley. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Notre Dame lines up quickly. From the gun, here's Nico Iamaleava. Got his man downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Throwing, Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision if he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Setting up the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these big running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting money point.
The Golden Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's moving. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Moving out to the right. There we go. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, Dave. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
JKS on target. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Again, it's Songo Politelli. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Jaron Kiave, Songo Politelli. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. Pulled to the ground. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The Valley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He'll get rid of it. It's caught downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good read on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Changing the routes with his receivers. Iamaleava finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Drops back. It's Iamaleava. Wide out trying to get in. Catch him on into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Hand it to the back. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. One step coming before they head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 5 team, the Memphis Tigers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they had to shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Hits the hole. It's Young. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Iamaleava to throw for it on fourth. Takes a hit as he fires. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out wide left, it's McKinley. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll need a bunch on second down.
throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he gets rid of it.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5.
There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of an awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a dynamite play there. 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Colin.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Left side, it's McKinley. Makes the catch, but goes no further. There'll be a short pickup on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on 3rd down, Songa Povatelli. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. Touchback? We don't want no stinking touchback. Here he comes out of his end zone. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your
Right down the boulevard. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Throwing, Imaliava. He'll take a deep shot here. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Out wide right, it's Mobley. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up the few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved, out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him, throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's looking deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They'll run it. Sees an alley. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's...
It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Songa Povatelli finds a spot in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the play call on offense. I like him trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's not going anywhere, nowhere to run, and they stop him for nothing on 4th and 2. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. He's got enough. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Throws it deep. Snags it down the right side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. He tries to take the top off. Touchdown, Fighting Irish, and the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bitonio. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though.
the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Under pressure. And it's a sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the...
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Long way to go on second down. They'll move the tight end. Iamaleava rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Play action, Iamaleava. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The counter offense is headed back onto the field. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. Might as well run him again. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Bring him down. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Jaron Kiave Songopolitelli. Right side, it's McKinley. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And I think that time he was trying.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Iamaleava. Looking deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Sangapolatelli. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Throwing for yardage. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. 4th down, Sangapolatelli. Turning it on. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense because on 4th down they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Iamaleava. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Out wide right, it's Mobley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To throw, it's Iamaleava. He's taking the shot. Got it down the field. And they're going to score again. Get another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile them.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree. Would you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the ground, but reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. If you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation.